back. We are back. We are back. Welcome to McCoy and Van Noy, presented by Toyota, official automotive partner of the NFL. I am one half of your gracious host, none other than Gerald McCoy, the 93rd wonder of the world, big chest from the Midwest, the one that never fails. I only thrive because, killer, where am I from?
The South Side.
Of the 405. And my gracious co-host is...
Kyle Van Noy, your boy, two-time Super Bowl champ, currently playing for the Ravens, and we are back, G. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. It was a lot of exciting football this weekend. A lot of exciting football, even last night.
And disappointing.
Man. Yeah, it was some disappointing football from both ends. Your end, my end as a Buccaneers guy. It was a lot of disappointing, but a lot of exciting football. We gonna get into it. But first, let's start with your game killer, Jameis Winston.
Gosh.
He comes in as the starter, first game starting. He came in and filled in last week when Deshaun went down. We talked about the fans booing and how we felt about that. But the game goes on, and somebody has to play. I've been screaming and yelling for Jameis Winston to get a shot. We should have did I told you so. We might do that later. But we should have did I told you so. I'm sorry, killer, but, Jameis comes in, and we've seen all the crazy clips of him, his pregame speeches and all the different things he's doing. But Jameis is just a natural-born leader. And we've seen Sam Darnold get his second shot, or third, fourth, whatever you want to call it, and we see he's making the most of it. And I just know the talent that Jameis had, the leadership and the work ethic he put in. He got his shot, he took his shot, and he hit his shot. Now, did he have some opportunities where the game could have went a different way? Yes. But overall,
they
played very well, and they got the win. Killer, you were in the game, a part of the game. Tell us how you felt, brother.
Yeah, that game is when you lose a game like that to a team that had been struggling, and then they found new life with changing offensive coordinators, and then the quarterback. It was a tough outing for us defensively. We need to help out the offense. Offense is doing a good job. They're moving the ball down. Obviously, they want to score as many points as they can, but when you score as much as they did, you should be able to win the game. It was just a bunch of missed opportunities for us on our end. And then we just got to make plays when our number's called, when your one-on-one matchup, all 11 guys being on the same page, doing their job. And, for me personally, I just want to play better too. I was in there playing, and overall I played okay, but like I said a couple weeks ago, teams are playing different now. We're a top 5 sack unit in the league, so teams are going to do everything they can for us not to be able to rush and maximize our front by chipping us, by getting the ball out quick, by using play action to where they're trying to slow you down, passing on first down where they're showing you play action, things to slow the front down as much as possible. And we just got to continue to grind. Something that I know is people like to kind of react, and they have every right to react. We're not playing good. Obviously, we're last in the league in pass defense, and it's going to get better. I truly believe that with the group of guys that we have. But if we win our 2 next games, we're in the same spot we were a year ago, which would be 7-3. Now, that's not our main focus. Our main focus is just to get to this next game and beat the Broncos. Just go 1-0 in this week and then go on from there. It's a week-to-week business, but if we do win our next 2 games, then we're in the same spot at 7-3 as last year. So I think our main focus needs to just get back on track, grind it out. It's never fun going into the building after you lose, but be mad, not frustrated, and just keep it going, because it's gonna get fixed. We're talented. We have good coaching. We have good players, good leadership, and we just got to keep going. We're going to figure this out. Still everybody's like, oh, it's week 8. It's still early.
It's
Somebody once
very
told
early.
me football doesn't start till after Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
I truly believe that. That's when you figure out who's real and who's not. And we just got to keep working and keep getting better, and keep on the grind.
Yeah, November and December is when real like people who play the game and people who have been in the game understand. And November, December is where it really kicks in.
Yeah.
But
One more thing that I wanted to
yeah,
mention too, is the Kyle Hamilton. Um, what a phenomenal player he is.
yeah, he's
Uh,
incredible.
what a great leader he is already in his young career. He knows he had to make that play. And what I'm just amazed by is just how he's going to bounce back. Like,
Mhm.
I'm so impressed with him, just the way he handled the whole situation. He didn't, point the finger at anyone. He knows what type of player he wants to be. Like my opinion, I think he has the chance to be a DPOY in his
Mhm.
career. Um, and if he makes that play, you could have thrown him in the hat because he already had a sack fumble in the game, and he would have had a pick. I mean, that would have been incredible. He didn't, but I think this is going to make him better. I'm excited to see how he bounces back, how this fuels him. I believe the next time he has the opportunity to catch the ball, he will. And I think that goes for the whole secondary. I think a lot of people are sending out negative energy, which is totally understandable. You want guys to catch the ball, but I believe this next when they have chances, they're going to catch the ball. I truly believe that. They work at it and they're going to get this thing going. We've dropped, unfortunately, some picks, but hey, we're going to turn it around. We're going to make those plays. I believe in the guys we got. We're going to do it.
Here's the thing that I've noticed, paid attention to, um, as we've been doing this show throughout the season, is that you, a two-time Super Bowl champ, is always looking to improve in everything. Every person you talk about on your team is looking to improve. You guys are never one you appreciate, but never really impressed because it's what you expect when things go well because of the work ethic, because of the work you put in, the way you prepared. But also, after you guys beat Tampa, you came on the show and you said there's a lot of things that we didn't do well that need to be fixed and that we have to do better and that can be exposed, but we'll fix them and we can fix them. The score, you take the win, all that, that's great. But there are a lot of things that can be fixed. And before we got off last week, you said this next game is not going to be no pushover game. It's not going to be easy. I don't care what Cleveland has been doing, I don't care about none of that. They are a division opponent, and this team is not a team you just walk in there and you downplay.
Yeah.
That right there is proof enough that one, you've won, you know how to win, and that this team will win. You guys understand there's always room for improvement, that mistakes can and will be made, but we can correct them. They're very fixable issues. You guys take accountability. You understand when plays should have been made, where there are situations where you personally or the defense could have been better or as a team. And those are the teams who win. Those are the teams who make improvements, and those are the teams who in November and December you start to see them like, man, these guys are getting on a run. These guys are starting to when these playoffs hit, because again, you're two-time champ. You know the best team is not always who wins the Super Bowl. It's who's playing the best in that span of time. Who can take
Yep.
this momentum into the playoffs? If we're playing good at the end of December, playing our best football, and we carry that over into January, February, that's how you win the Super Bowl. But like you said, it's extremely early. I've seen people, man, I remember
The Eagles, I
yeah.
think just a year ago, right? They were 10 and
Mhm.
0, want something
Mhm.
crazy like that.
Yeah.
And then kind of at the end of the year hit a
Things happen, man.
downfall, and then things, went the wrong way, and then they ended up losing to Tampa in the first round, and they were, you know, a lot of people said, "Oh, things are, you know, blah 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 blah," but they were 10-0, I believe. So
Yeah,
that's
but even as a player, uh, 2 different examples. In 2013, I remember I started the year, may have had 1 sack by midseason. By midseason. By the end of the season, I had 9.5 because
mm,
you just kept playing and just boom, 1 come. Then I
yeah,
had 3, and then 2 came, and then another one came, and then look at Dexter Lawrence, look at what he's doing.
crazy.
2014, Marcel Darius had 10 sacks in like 6 games because he was getting
Wow.
2 and then 3 and then 2. You just gotta keep playing the game, man. If you do things the right way, the thing when people can't make corrections is when they're not doing things the right way. Something like an example, and this is not to take a shot, but I talked about this on NFL Network. The Jets have very fixable problems. Communication
Hmm.
between the quarterback and the wide receiver. What's happening in the run game that's leading to them giving up 70+% in play action? What is the disconnect in the back end on the defense? These are fixable things. But if
Yeah.
they could have fixed them by now, they would have been fixed. So somebody's not doing something right. Something's not being done right. And you guys, you can see from week 1 up until last week, even this week, a couple things
Mhm.
go different. Uh the is Bateman catches the ball, or like you said, Kyle Hamilton picks it off. Okay, we having a completely different conversation. But
Yeah.
those are plays that were not made. But
The other
you
thing too,
go ahead.
to G, to your point about
Mhm,
you know, experiences of it's a long season. I think about
mhm.
the 2018 Patriots season where
Yep.
we were 9-5, I believe, in December. And people were saying, "Oh, this isn't a team, like blah 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 blah. They're not good." And then the last 2 games, we dominated finally on defense because the
Mhm.
defense had been kind of just mulling around. And then we finally hit our stride. We were able to take that into the postseason, and then we were able to capitalize against uh, the Chargers, and then we were able to go into Arrowhead, win that game when their offense was rolling, and then have a 13-3 performance. So it's just continually to get better. You know, a lot of
Mhm.
people were saying how sucky we were that year on defense, and you know all those things, and you just got to keep grinding, keep figuring it out, keep going back to work. Keep being positive because anything can happen every week. You got to put your all into it, and when you have a chance, when you have a quarterback like LJ, you're in every single game.
Yep.
And we just got to keep fighting, man. And I believe we will.
Yeah, for sure. I think Aaron Rodgers did an interview last week and said, in 2016, remember the RELAX, the relax speech he did?
Yeah.
Everybody was panicking or whatever. He told them, relax, man, it's a long season. And they rattled off 8 straight and went to the NFC Championship. 8 straight
Yeah.
games and went to the NFC. You never, man, that's the joy of this game. This is why I love it so much, why you love it so much. Anything can happen. But you
Anything.
just gotta keep doing things the right way, one day at a
Yeah.
time. Make
I
sure you
almost was a part of another one in 2015 when I was with the Lions. We started
Mhm.
1-7. And then I think we rattled off, I believe, like 5 or 6 wins,
Yeah.
and we ended up playing Aaron Rodgers, and that was the Hail Mary, you know,
Oh, man.
took our
Yeah, yeah.
sales. But like that's another, you know, a whole different experience when you start 1-7 and then you gain traction and you get 1 win and then you stack it. Obviously, we ended up losing, unfortunately, but it's just that same scenario where you just got to keep going and you have an opportunity. If you win that game, you get into the playoffs. So you just never know.
Yeah. And, um, I'll speak on this, and I really want you to because 'cause you're still playing. Um, I think that Cleveland may, depending on how Jameis plays, may just stick with Jameis. Um,
Are you saying stick with Jameis after the season, like for next year? Like
yeah,
he could be what
if
Baker
Jameis fin
Mayfield's been,
if Jameis finishes this
Geno
season
Smith.
yeah, if Jameis finishes this season on a up and up, he may have some bad plays here and there, but for the most part, what he did Sunday, he continues to do that or even better. I believe that Cleveland will yes, pull a Baker Mayfield or Geno Smith and just roll
My
with Jameis.
my only question was, I'm not like a expert at the cap and all that, but
Mhm.
that's been kind of a topic of discussion when talking about Deshaun Watson, is his cap hit. I don't know how that would work into it. I don't know how that would go. Do you know how that would go? Like,
I'm not
would they just move on and take the cap hit, kind of like Denver did with Russ? Like, how does that work?
I think that that's what they would do because
Yeah.
it just hasn't worked out, and sometimes you just gotta accept, "Hey, this is a part of owning a business." People forget that this is a business, and sometimes in business, we make what we thought were great business decisions, and they don't turn out working out. So I think Cleveland says this was one of those bad business decisions. It just didn't work out. At the time, it seemed great, but it didn't work out. So, we're gonna bite the bullet, do what we gotta do, and just move on. The performance is one thing, but also Deshaun's been injured since he's been there. Like as soon as he got there, he got hurt. Then he came back, he got hurt again. Now he's hurt again. It's like more so than just the performance, the injuries. And the best ability is availability. We all know that. So I'm interested to see, but for now, before we even get that far, man, I'm just excited for Jameis. I'm excited for guys getting more opportunities, which leads me into the next game. Monday Night Football, Pittsburgh Steelers, New York Giants. Russell Wilson, another guy who went to Denver, didn't work out. He was in a QB competition with Justin Fields. He ended up winning the job, but didn't play due to a calf pull. And everybody kind of questioned, including me, taking Justin Fields out when you were 4-2. Well, we were not in those meetings. We were not at those practices. We didn't see what Mike Tomlin seen. And Mike Tomlin is one of the greatest coaches of all time. So if he's making this move, he was making it for a reason. And I think we're seeing why he made the move. Russell Wilson played really good last week, and he played great yesterday. What did Russ go for? We got that in here? What did Russ go for? 20 of 28, 278 yards, and 1 or 2 touchdowns. Did he have 1 or 2? I think he had, let's see.
He had 1 tug, sorry.
1 tug.
I was muted.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Idiot.
1 touchdown. Yeah, 20 of 28, 278 yards, and 1 touchdown. Man, I'm just excited when guys get multiple opportunities. And Russ, do you watch McCoy and Van Noy? You might. I think you might because
I think he does.
my brother on the other end of this camera, he said, "Can we please get the ball to George Pickens?"
Yeah.
And Russ has been targeting the heck out of George Pickens. It's like,
That
why
dude's a
can't
baller.
nobody figure out how to get this guy the ball? And
Okay,
Cleveland kept saying,
you brought him up,
"Get the ball."
though. You brought him up. What'd
Yeah.
you think about that touchdown? The 1 tap.
Bro,
The 2 tap with the 1 foot, all that.
have
Like,
you ever
that's
seen
gotta
that?
be a
You're a
that's
champ.
got
I'm just, hey, listen, I'm just a guy who played hard when he played his career. You're a champ. Have you ever seen anything like that?
I have not. I have
2
not
feet
seen
down
the
is 2
2
feet down.
tap with
Okay.
1
So
foot.
you
I haven't
see,
seen it.
so you can get a foot in the elbow, a foot and a knee, a foot and a butt cheek.
Yeah, butt
You
cheek.
get the same foot twice.
A forearm, right? A
Yeah.
forearm.
But you can't get the same foot
You
twice.
can't get a foot and a heel,
And a
like
heel.
in the Patriots game.
Yeah.
It's
They
crazy.
gotta clarify this, man, because it's like foot down, foot down. It's like you can get 2 feet, but it has to be 1 of each. I wonder if that's like cleared in the rule book. It has to be 1 of each foot because
The
clearly
other thing
everybody
too, though, is I kinda like that.
Yeah.
I kinda like that you have to get 2 feet down.
Yeah.
It's
Make it more
it's
difficult.
just like the professional from, like,
Mhm.
college to pros. Like, Malik Neighbors, he had an awesome catch on the sideline. He floated, and it was
Mhm.
just like, you gotta get your 2 feet down. That's what you know the
To
rules.
make you a pro.
You
Yeah.
know you're a professional. You're an elite. You're an elite athletic ability. You were in the air. You got 1 foot. You got to train your body to always get two. I, I'm not blaming him. I'm just giving that as an example. I just look at it and I say I like that. Like it just get 2 feet down by any means necessary.
Yeah. Yeah. And let's see, you guys got Pittsburgh coming up in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're not there yet. We're
Yeah.
focused on the Broncos. We
Yeah.
got
No,
locked in
no.
on
I
the
know.
Broncos.
Yeah,
Broncos
no.
are good.
Y'all are locked in on the Broncos. I'm looking forward to that clash as an NFL fan. There's a couple games in
Mm-hmm.
divisions that you wait for. Cowboys, Philly, um, Atlanta to New Orleans used to be one with Matt Ryan and Drew Brees, and Baltimore, Pittsburgh is one. And I'm just looking forward to that. That's down the line, but I'm looking forward to that. But to the point I was making, guys just getting another opportunity and making the most of them, man. I'm just happy for Russell Wilson. A lot of people wrote him off because of what happened for a year and a half in Denver, and he's making the most of his opportunity and got this team rolling. Any
Yeah,
takeaways from this team?
another player that's having, going with his opportunity is Najee Harris too. I
Mhm.
feel like he's setting the tone, running the ball for them. Um, I know believe he didn't get his 5th year picked up, and he's running with the purpose. He's really helped out that offense getting going. And then on the flip side, on the Giants, we got to talk about them a little bit. I just want to give props and flowers to the rookie Tyrone Tracy Jr. What a year he's having. Just came out of nowhere, 5th-round pick. Spent 4 years at Iowa, and then I believe
Mhm.
he went to Purdue on 1 year. And he played receiver at Iowa, then transitioned to running back, and then was drafted and literally has been awesome with the Giants. He got injured last night, which sucked, but he was 20 carries for 145 yards and 1 tug. He was rolling, bro.
Yeah.
And it's just been awesome to see a young guy that many people didn't think about or know, and then all of a sudden just blossoming for that offense after losing Saquon. I'm not saying he's replacing them, but giving them a little juice. And last night they had 25 carries for 157 yards and 6.3 on the ground. That's pretty good. And the Giants have been missing that this season. Not They've had it a couple times with Tyrone Tracy, but all in all, I feel like he's something that you can build around.
Yeah, and I love these Isaac Gruendo, hope I pronounced that right, for San Fran. He's filled in, he's a rookie.
Yeah.
Ray Davis, he filled in.
Yeah. For
He's
the
a rookie
Buffalo.
for
Yep.
Buffalo. These rookie running backs are filling in, and guys are just making the most of their opportunities, man. And yeah, he's a really good running back, man. And he wish him speedy recovery. It might look like he might be in, concussion protocol. He hit his
Yeah.
head pretty hard on the turf, but yeah, man, he played well, and
And penalties killed them, by the way,
yeah,
too, the Giants. I
yeah,
mean,
for sure.
they had a bunch of penalties, pre-snap, illegal formations. They
Hmm.
had the touchdown callback. So did the Steelers. And that you can't win when that happens, man.
Nah, but Pittsburgh got a big win. Cleveland, that was a huge win for them from how they were playing to how good you guys are. And we're talking about rookie running backs, but we got
Mm.
2 rookie quarterbacks to talk about.
Ooh,
It was an
what a
exciting game.
game.
But before we get to it, we're gonna take a quick break, hear from our sponsors who keep our chains moving. We'll be right back, and we're gonna get into it because we got something to talk about. Be right back. We are back. We are back. We are back.
Mm.
2 rookie quarterbacks.
This was a hell of a game.
The game everybody was waiting on. You know what? At first, it was like nobody really it was the Jayden Daniels show. It was the Jayden Daniels show. Jayden Daniels, man, this dude could be in the MVP combo. Man, he's having an incredible rookie year. Just give him the Rookie of the Year trophy. And then Caleb Williams, getting better,
You think
Better
he's already got the
win.
Rookie of the Year
No, I'm
trophy
saying the
with
conversation we were having leading up to the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But he was getting better, and Caleb Williams started getting better. Then they
Yep.
rattled off them two, and then he did what he did in London, and boom, here we go. Everybody's excited to see this game, man. And it did not disappoint in so many ways, so many highs, so many lows. When I broke this game down prior to, I said, both of these teams, what they do best is run the ball. This is going to be about
Yeah.
who can run the ball and who can stop the run, man. Caleb, he struggled all the way up until the fourth quarter, and then he started balling, man. But killer, you won a lot of games in this league. You've seen a lot of mistakes from coaches, seen a lot of mistakes from players. That fourth quarter, that last, I say roughly about 5 minutes, it was like, man, what the heck is going on? And the play I want to talk about.
Oof.
Why the heck do you have people who are paid to actually do what you had an offensive lineman do? First off, you got a rookie quarterback. Okay. It's a clutch moment. As high as everybody is on Caleb Williams and what we expect from him, still a rookie. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Romo was breaking it down about his footwork and how he should do this handoff, but he handed it off to a person who doesn't practice taking handoffs.
Mm.
He didn't have a chance to gather his feet. He didn't have a chance to get his hands right. Why would you get down there to try and hand the ball to an offensive lineman? I just didn't understand it. I don't know, Caleb, if you thought like, oh, well, something they practice or what. Nah, not in this moment. Nah. Like, that was Tom, if that was y'all when y'all were like the Patriots,
Mm-hmm.
all right, that's because this is Bill allowing this to happen. This is Bill allowing this to happen. It's Tom running it. So clearly this is something we expect to work, that we're not Coach didn't take no risk. Bill Belichick, I learned from Greg Schiano that he learned from Bill Belichick not to reach the ball out. When you get close to the goal line or
I agree with that. That breaks my heart when people do that.
Yeah, you just risk.
You almost had it with Kyle Pitts.
Yeah,
of like being not reaching the ball, but just like lackadaisical.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so if that were you guys when y'all were the Patriots, all right, but nah, not in this moment. How'd you feel about that?
It's always tough, right? When things don't work out. It looked good in practice.
What this was.
Yeah, it looked good in practice. And when it doesn't work out, it's tough. Then everybody, what are you doing? You don't know what you're doing, blah, 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 blah. But they felt like it was the right move. And I'm sure that lineman that got the ball thought it was the right move too, right?
Yeah.
So
he on the sideline, head down, he all hurt. It's like, bro, that's not what you do.
Yeah. But do the Bears have like a downhill runner from, you got DeAndre Swift and you got Roschon Johnson.
Roschon Johnson is who most people expected to be in a game at that point.
He's the big back. Because I feel like when I've seen him too, he's kind of got a little wiggle, but he is 225. He is a bigger back, so he should have probably been in the game. He already had one touchdown.
Put them both in. He could be the fullback, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I see that, and I do want you to talk about the Rookie of the Year 2 trophy, because I feel like Jayden Daniels I feel like he did outplay Caleb in this game. I don't think he solidified it because they not played each other, but he outperformed in this game than the other quarterback. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think he just put the stamp mark? I know I said like, earlier, like it's a runaway, but like Jayden Daniels is leading for sure, but I didn't want to not give props to Caleb Williams, what he's doing in his rookie season too. He didn't have his best game. The Bears, relied on more of the run game and defense, and they were ultimately winning this game. And then, unfortunately, a Hail Mary experience didn't go their way. Then we got to talk about that after, but just talk about that matchup with the quarterbacks and what you think.
Yeah, I think it started to narrow and close as Caleb got better. Jayden Daniels, the way he's been playing, the way he's been leading his team, he's been consistent every week. And then he ran into you guys, and everybody was like, "Oh, okay, there goes the rookie right there." But he suffered the rib injury. And they still win. So when you start to look at the team, it's like, okay, is Jayden Daniels really the guy, or did they just calling the heck out of these plays? Like, is Cliff Kingsbury really this guy? You start to wonder because Marcus Mariota came in. You have to think on the first drive of last week's game, they rushed for 84 yards on the opening drive. 84 yards on the ground on the opening drive. Okay, Jayden Daniels goes down, Marcus Mariota come in, and he balls exactly the same. And it's like, wait, hold up. Is Jayden Daniels the guy, or is Cliff Kingsbury the guy?
No, Cliff's in his bag. We do have to give him props. He's hooping right now on the play calling.
So you start to wonder, well, then we get a shot. Caleb Williams is coming off the great game he had in London. I think he had 5 tubs. Didn't he have 5 tubs in London?
I think it was 4.
4 tubs.
I think it was 2 to Keenan and 2 to the tight end.
Yeah, so he balls in London, so now everybody's like, okay, here's the matchup. We don't know if Jayden Daniels is going to play. He ends up playing, but not only did he play, he played very well.
Yeah, threw for 300.
Played very
rushed for
well.
Another 50.
And I know, when this is out or something's hurting here, you can't breathe. You can barely stand up. You can't move. And he was running around. He was making plays and all that. So it started to narrow. And had Chicago won this game, okay, now you say Jayden Daniels played better, but Caleb in the fourth quarter did enough to get his team the win.
Yep.
And it went a different way. But storylines. This is storylines as a part of these voters and these media members who vote for this award. It's just great storyline.
Yeah.
Got injured, fought his way back to play in this game, played well in the game, and threw a Hail Mary to win the game. I think most people would assume, okay, he's gonna run away with this.
Yeah.
It's just,
especially after this game, right? 10 for 24 for Caleb.
Yeah.
And then 21 for 38, 326.
Yeah, and then you just look at the matchup, and they're both really good young quarterbacks, but I feel like this is not a RG3 Andrew Luck. There's a more of a separation here with how these guys are playing. And Jayden Daniels, man, he's just playing well. But Caleb's got something to him. He does. Man, because to play the way he played for 3 quarters and to come in the fourth quarter and play like that. But here's another thing. Sometimes you watch things happen in a game and you say, and you hate to say it, but you say that team doesn't deserve to win. Some of the play calling that was happening, like it was 3rd and 5, I think, and they called a QB draw or a QB like a direct run. It's like, Coach, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Even Tony Romo got quiet. He was like, He was like, he said, you don't like that with Tony? He said, yeah, it's not my favorite call. I wouldn't go with it's just like, so I'm looking at all the things Chicago's doing. Here was a key moment in that game is that for that 3rd down stop. That 3rd down stop after they fumbled on the goal line, that was a key tackle because the game really could have ended right then if they had got that 1st down, but they stopped him, made him punt. Caleb went down, got in the end zone, but then Tyrique Stevenson.
Oh, man.
For all
bump everything we just talked about.
This is what matters. For
Yeah.
all the fans and anybody who's gonna watch this, me and Killer, two defensive players, can agree. This is something that we go over and over and over again. End of game situations, special situations within the game. He played for Belichick. They don't miss nothing. They go
Yeah, but
over everything.
we had one thing. I was a part of the Miami Miracle that they still celebrate.
Yeah, but I mean, true. That stuff happens. But like in the game, Hail Mary, the Hail Mary 101. Hail Mary 101. Somebody has to be behind the pile. People have to box out. You have to have a guy that tips the ball, but somebody has to be behind the pile.
Yeah, I'm not a fan with everybody jumping either.
Yeah.
I don't know I don't know why everybody jumps. I feel like you should have 2 designated people to knock the ball down and everybody else box out and just do your job. We're trying to win the game, not get a pick. Like, that's just my mindset.
Did y'all used to have a wide receiver come in?
Yeah, in Detroit, it was Calvin Johnson. In Miami, I believe it was Byron Jones because he had like crazy
dumb hops.
Yeah, dumb, stupid hops. I know here it's Marcus Williams because he has crazy bounce. And then in New England, it was Gronk because he was 6'7".
Yeah, we had obviously Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Vincent Jackson was one. Yeah, Vincent Jackson. Yeah, RIP V-Jack. Vincent Jackson was ours. He used to come in the game. But the game is not over.
Just knock it down.
The game is not over. You're assuming the game is over.
He was celebrating, G.
You're assuming the game is over because it's like, man, what's the chances that this is going to happen? Yeah. You're celebrating and taunting the fans. The play has started. If he was doing it prior to the play and then locked in and this happened, I think we're having a different conversation. You might say, you was taunting, look at you, eggs on your face, jokes on you. But to be talking to the fans and taunting and celebrating as the play is going on, that's a different level of not locked in. Like,
and then running over and then hit it. Man.
Like let me go over here and, knock this ball down real quick. Let's get up out of here. And then for that to happen, that's, everybody wants to be a part of NFL history. Everybody.
It's not funny. Oh, man.
You don't want to be on that side of it, but he's a part of, Tyrique Stevenson, you are now forever a part of NFL history, sir. This is a play that will live on forever. People will not ever forget that this happened.
I hate that.
And that sucks. That sucks because you don't know the ramifications. There's some coaches or teams or organizations that will look at that and you never know what the owner or the head coach or the GM, how they may take something like that. That could have been a cuttable offense. Like, people were really wondering, is he going to get cut because of that? And I hate it for him because he's young.
Yeah.
He's just being young, man. He's just being young.
Doesn't have to define him, though.
Right. I hope he learns from this. This is what I really hope happened. I hope next week he get 2 picks, maybe a pick 6 or something, and just go and show his team, he already apologized, but go show your team, man, I am locked in. I do believe in his team and do believe in his defense because that Chicago defense is legit. That defense is legit, and he's a big part of it. So I feel bad for the kid, but, man, that I've never seen nothing like that. That was crazy.
Yeah. I don't like that Montez Sweat wasn't on the field either.
Yeah, that was crazy. But back to Jayden Daniels real quick. For him to have the know-how to extend the play long enough.
Fire.
To extend the play long enough to allow his teammates to get down there and get set up. his mind is far beyond his years.
Yes.
It is. He's like CJ Stroud. His mind is far beyond his years. And I love his poise. I love him as a professional. He celebrated for a second, but he was just calm, cool, collected. We won. Thank God for it.
Yeah.
And we
How
moving on.
stupid do you think those Arizona players feel now that they were talking trash when they ran him out of ASU and, you know, getting in his locker to then going to LSU and winning the Heisman, and then now Buddy's balling. I know he's not even thinking about that, but man, that's whew,
guys making the most of their opportunities, man. Guys making the most of their opportunity. He's one of those guys, man, and I'm proud of him. Sunday night game, Cowboys San Fran. San Fran wins the game. Cowboys lose another one, but there's a player in there that I want to talk about. George Kittle. Him and Jimmy Garoppolo created a day called National Tight Ends Day, and they did it on accident, and it's actually become a thing. The NFL has actually started celebrating this thing, and it's a real thing. Like, it's real. They set a record this Sunday with 177 catches and 14 different tight ends got in the end zone. Are they, Killer, do you think that
they're onto something?
Or the players are like, hey, man, it's National Tight Ends Day. Give me the ball, bro.
Yeah, we need to have a National Pass Rush Day. Everybody gets sacks. Tackles don't block that day, please.
Hey, start the season off. For real. September, let that be the quarterbacks, wide receivers. Let them get a day. December, whatever, let that be the O-line running back day, because that's where everybody want to run the ball and all that. Yeah, but like the middle of the season-ish, that's where we need to get our love. That's where you see the sack numbers go through the roof, man. Like, these tight ends getting all this love, man. Hey, D-line need a day. We ain't giving wide receivers a day. They already divas anyway. Quarterbacks ain't getting up. Man, forget the quarterbacks.
Yeah, the game's set up for those two. They don't need a day.
All you got to do is be the starter, and everybody know who you are. Forget all that. Forget all that. O-line, D-line need a day.
I don't think running backs need a day either.
Nah, because
I think it should be DB day, tight end day, and edge rush and D-line day.
Y'all kind of get
bump everybody else.
Y'all kind of get a lot of love though. Edge rushers.
No, we need more.
Yeah, you know what? I don't even know why I tried that. I'm with it.
Come on, we need some more.
D-line love.
Yeah, we need defense needs to get more love.
Yeah, man, we need a D-line day because these freaking tight ends is getting all this love. NBC, they gave out this goddamn belt. They handing out full National Tight End Day belts.
Yeah. They also have like a day where they all get together in the off season too.
Yeah, they have it. Hey, you know what? There's a lot of pass rush summits, man. I just want to shout out Von Miller. I want to shout out Von Miller. He does an incredible pass rush summit. Freaking incredible. Every year he does it. I try and get out there so I can work with the D tackles, but I'm always with my family taking some type of trip or something. But one of these years, I'm going to get out there, man, because it's a lot of great being done. And also my boy, BT Jordan, man, he is all over the place. He does a great pass rush summit, but that one that the tight ends do, they go to a concert.
They have a whole, it's a whole event.
Man, it's a huge event. And the thing is, we're laughing and we making fun of it and we having a good time. But this is what I love about this league. Guys can come together, work with each other, understand that when we get back out there, my team versus your team, I'm going to try and destroy you. But that doesn't mean that we can't get better in the offseason. You know, we in a time of where the old heads think, oh, these young guys, they too friendly. They want to be all that. No, man. What's wrong with being a professional and learning from other professionals? Because last I checked, when Michael Jordan was filming Space Jam, when he came back after he retired, he called all of these NBA players to come where he was at while he was filming Space Jam, and he played pickup over and over and over against these guys and to help him improve his game until he could get to where he wanted. And he's in the GOAT conversation.
He was busting that ass on Space Jam, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Pause.
So so I'm just like, it's okay for guys to get together to be better as professionals, man. But yeah, we need a National D-Line Day. We need it. Cause that tight ends, it's cool. It's cool. The D-line, we need a day. We need a
Yeah.
day. Cause something about us, when we know is like D-line, when it's up, it's up. And y'all want to see the sack number 2. Somebody go get 2, somebody go get
Yep.
3.
What about 4?
DJ
Somebody
got
get
3, this dude
4.
got 4. Man, he went got listen, I played. Killer's played. His playing. If you know somebody out there that balls before you play, you look like, oh yeah, 3 today? Oh yeah. I gotta go. I gotta go.
Yep.
I gotta go today.
You ever have 3 in a game?
Yeah, I had 3 against Atlanta. I had 2 multiple times. I should have had 4 in 2013. That's what I'm saying. 2013, I started the season slow. And then I just boom, 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 started rattling them off. I had 3 versus Atlanta in the first half.
Ooh.
And I should have had a 4th, but I had Matt Ryan in my hands, but I thought he had threw it, so I let him go, and he took off running, and I realized he had the ball in his hand. I was like, oh my gosh, I could have had a 4-piece.
Yeah.
And I ended that season with 9.5 sacks. So if I ain't got that one,
Been
you
10 and a half.
You hit the magic number. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but with all that being said, National Tight Ends Day is a real thing. And to set NFL records on National Tight Ends Day is pretty incredible.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. But our next segment is Drive to Win. But before we get into it, we're going to take another break, hear from my sponsors, and we'll be right back.
We're back from break. Let's get into the weekly Drive to Win segment, one of our favorites, presented by Toyota, official automotive partner of the NFL. Let's get into it. G, you are up. Who is your Drive to Win, or your couple Drive to Win?
I got 2 and an honorable mention, because obviously I'm a little biased to my school, so I got to throw a little honorable mention in there. But my first one, sorry, Killer, I got to do it. Jameis Winston, man. Jameis balled. I love what Jameis did in that game. He was unwavering faith. He said it multiple times. He said it before the game. He said it after the game. My dog quoted Eminem out of nowhere. Jameis is a funny dude, man, but he's passionate and he played well, ended up getting the win. The quarterbacks don't take each other on, but when you got who most people believe is leading the MVP race, Lamar Jackson, coming into your house, you always want to play well. And Jameis played very well, ended up getting the win. So Jameis is one. And then Kirk Cousins. God dang Kirk Cousins, man. He threw for 500 versus my Bucks last time. And this week, let me pull this up. Probably should have had this up already, but it's all right. Kirk Cousins, 23 of 29, 276 and 4 tubs. He lit my Bucks up, man. But I'm not a hater. I got to show love. If I can say somebody that went against Killer, I can say somebody that went against my Bucks. Kirk Cousins is my second one. And my honorable mention, bias pick, got to do it. Kyler Murray, 26 of 36, 307 and 2 tubs with a win on the road. The Cardinals ain't won back-to-back games, and I don't know how long, but they won back-to-back games due to Kyler Murray. Those are my drive to wins. Killer, who you got?
My first one is going to be from actually Thursday night game. He was my favorite edge player in the draft. I was very high on him when I talked about him on Good Morning Football on the last couple episodes in New York. Jared Verse. He was hooping.
Yeah,
he was not only hooping in the run, he was hooping in the pass. He had about 3 tackles, a sack and a half, and he was dominant. He was imposing his will. He had another 3 QB hits.
Yeah.
He was all over the place on that Thursday night. It was impressive to watch. I'm very high on him. Once he starts getting more moves, he's going to be dominant. My next one, we talked about him already. It was National Tight End Day. Got to give him some more love. George Kittle, he looked like a man amongst boys the other night against the Cowboys. He was 6 for 128 and a tug. My goodness, he was feeling himself. And the thing that I love about George is he has a good time when he plays football. He talks to everybody. He's always saying, "What's up, Kyle?" or "What's up, so-and-so?" He's just having a good time, and it just makes you more mad because he's just so good. It's awesome to see. Props to you, G. Kittle. And then my honorable mentions, all the tight ends, got to show them love. National Tight End Day. Those are my honorable mention. Then my last one I'm going to sneak in. He's gone back-to-back game winners. Brandon McManus, the kicker for the Packers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And those are my drive to win.
Hey, prayers out to Jordan Love, too. He went down again, so hopefully speedy recovery to him. But, hey, that has been our Drive to Win segment, presented by Toyota, official automotive partner of the NFL. Now, we got games to get into, Killer. We got games. We got to get our picks. We need to keep a tally. Tally, Brett and Addy, get our tally, man. Let's see. I know I'm doing terrible on NFL Network. I'm doing poor. I'm pretty sure Killer is cooking me right now, but
I have to be.
He has to be, because
I have to be.
These games is just, man, I don't know. Last week I didn't do that. We picked a lot of the same teams, but
all right, let's get into it. Who you got Thursday? Night. Texans at the Jets.
Hey man, I tried. I tried to stick with the Jets. I tried, man. I tried. Y'all can't say I didn't try. Mm-hmm. Every week I'm making excuses. Well, it's okay. They can turn it. No. I'm picking against the Jets. I'm going Texans.
All right, I'll take the Jets. Why not? Come on, Aaron. Come on, Aaron.
Watch them win. Killer, every man. Watch. Just watch. I pick the thing. Watch the Jets. Aaron Rodgers gonna throw for 450.
Let's go. Let's go. Breece Hall's gonna rush for $150. Let's go.
It's just
Devonta Adams gonna go crazy because it's National Wide Receiver Day every day.
Right. Sauce go had 2 picks. It's just gonna be, man. All right, man. Whatever.
Saints at the Panthers.
I'm going Saints.
Derek Carr playing?
I don't know. I'm still going Saints.
I think they said he was. I'm going to go Saints too.
I was going Saints anyway.
The Panthers, Commanders at the Giants. Probably no Tracy.
Yeah. I'm going Commanders.
Yeah, Commanders. Dolphins at the Bills.
This is not.
They play them tough, bro. The Dolphins play them tough.
Yeah, this is not a gimme by any means.
Divisional game. But I don't think Dolphins have won up there since 2016.
Yeah, I'm going to go Bills. I'm going to go Buffalo.
Yeah, I think Buffalo's rolling too.
Yeah, I'm going to go Buffalo.
Patriots at the Titans. Dogfight. This is going to be a dogfight.
It's going to be a good one. I'm going to go Patriots. Man. I'm going to go Patriots.
Brissett?
Yeah, I'm going to go Patriots.
All right.
Chargers at Browns.
I'll go with the Patriots too.
Yeah. Okay. Chargers at Browns. I'm rocking with my guy J-Boo, man.
All right. I'll take the Chargers.
Yeah. I'm rocking with my guy J-Boo.
Raiders at the Bengals. Bengals or Raiders. Oof.
Because the Raiders played Kansas City tough.
Mm-hmm.
Cincinnati got beat on. I'm going to go with the home team. I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm going to go with home team. I'm going to go Cincinnati.
Then I'll just take the Raiders. Why not?
Cowboys at Falcons. Falcons.
I think they're rolling right now.
Yeah, they are.
Broncos at the Ravens. Ravens. Come on. Bears at the Cardinals. Ooh, spicy afternoon game in the desert. You know it gets freaky in the desert.
Dang, I don't know, man. The Bear. There's a tough. See, this is a game you gotta okay. Let's go break down film, and I'm
gonna go with the Cardinals. You go ahead, take the Bears. I know you want to take the Bears.
No, I want to take the Cardinals. That's the problem.
Go ahead, take the Cardinals with me.
I'm going Cardinals, man. K1, let's get it.
Jags at the Eagles.
Really?
Rams at the Seahawks.
I'm going Rams.
Yeah, me too. Tough matchup.
Going Rams. Man, that was a good Thursday night game, man. Matthew Stafford was cooking. Yeah, I'm going to go Rams.
Lions at the Packers.
It's just one of them. It's just one of those. But I don't know what the news is on Jordan Love, and the Lions just they look like they're gonna play the Ravens in the Super Bowl. So I'm going with the Lions.
Yeah, Lions are rolling, bro. Lions. Colts at the Vikings.
Man, Anthony Richardson took himself out the game because he said he was tired. He said, I got tired and I knew I probably couldn't play the next play, so I took myself out the game. You took yourself out the game at quarterback because you were tired? Hey, man, Vikings, man. Gink, man. Get my guy Gink on it, man. Gink. Going Gink.
Yeah, I wonder what the Vikings O-line looks like without Darisaw, though. He's a baller, the left tackle, out for the season.
Yeah,
Colts defense is tough.
I'm going Vikings.
I'm gonna go with the Colts. I'm gonna go with an upset. I'm gonna go with an upset. Why not? I got a couple games on you anyway, so
yeah. All right. All right, here we go.
Monday night. Who are you going with? Bucks at the Chiefs. Chiefs get a lot of home night games, huh? At home, rightfully so.
Go with the Chiefs.
You got the Chiefs. I'll take the Chiefs too.
Go with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Oh, it pains me to say, but I'm going with the Chiefs. Dang it!
I get it.
I gotta do it, man. You know, I've been biased for a long time, but I can't ignore what I'm seeing right now. I'm going with the Chiefs.
Yeah, defense is playing elite.
Yeah, playing elite, man.
They just traded for D-Hop, and
Spags
they
is
got
arguably
the
best
young
in the
bull
game right now.
They got the young bull.
Yeah, and then you look at all the holes that's in the zones with the Bucks defense. They can't rush with 4. They're not getting pressure unless it's a blitz. You do that versus Andy Reid and Mahomes, they'll kill you. So, yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Chiefs. And those are our picks. That has been our show. Killer, close us out.
Thank you. Thank you again to Toyota. Thank you again to our fans. And thank you, Toyota, official automotive partner of the NFL. We appreciate you. Reminder, we still want to hear from you. We're going to have a segment next week. This is mandatory. I'm calling it now. Send in your questions to McCoy Van Noy at yahoosports.com.
Yes, sir, please.
We are going to have a segment, promise, next week. No ifs and buts about it, because we love y'all. We want to get and respond to y'all. You got to subscribe to us, follow us, watch us on YouTube. Spread the word. Tell your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your auntie, your uncle, everybody about us, because this show is only getting better. Thanks to Brett, John, and Addie behind the scenes. We appreciate y'all. Y'all be doing work. We are back next Tuesday. Let's go. It's going to be on Tuesday. Come on.
Hey, incredible show, but I would be remiss if I didn't say this. Happy birthday, Mars. That is my youngest son. Today is his birthday.
Oh, let's go.
Happy birthday. I got a 6-year-old in the house, everybody.
Ooh.
Happy birthday to Mars. I love you, son. Hope you have an incredible day at school. Oh, do we got a surprise for you? Did you see my Halloween costume, Killer?
I did not. And happy Halloween, by the way.
Yeah, happy Halloween to everybody but Killer. Me and one of my sons dressed up as Shaq and Kobe. I'm going to send you the picture. I posted it on my Instagram.
He was Shaq, right?
I was Shaq. I had the bald head and everything. He had the little Kobe Pro. We took the picture where I was holding him like this, man. And then on Halloween, I will be an avatar because I got the hair. I got the feathers and all the get up and stuff. So, yeah, but happy birthday to Mars. Happy Halloween to y'all. We love y'all. We will see y'all next week. Please tune in. We out of here. Peace.